I've been fortunate. When you're a single person, you can be fortunate. You don't have a child, you don't have this. You can go out and do what you want. When I was younger, going out and having a glass of wine was a good idea. Not a good idea the next morning, which I learned the hard way. But you actually have to do those things when you're young. You can't do it when you're 66. When you have a headache at 66, you go, oh my Lord, what? My name is Susie. I'm either 66 or 67. I have no idea. I'm a single person and I don't look at the numbers. When you're 24 and you can think you're going to make the world your place where you want to live and find men and travel and do all those fabulous things, and sometimes it just starts to go slowly as you get older. And yeah, I still keep as fit as I can, and yeah, that's who I am. I was born in, would you believe, a place called Shabani. I don't know whether you've ever heard of it. Nope. I was born there. It was a very small town doing asbestos, which we absolutely loved, even though we could have been killed with the asbestos in your lungs, because it is one of those things. But as a child, it was one of the wonderful things. We went and played on anything. We used to just be naughty. That's all it is. You know when kids are naughty. Yeah. So it was a lovely life when I was there. Yeah. My dream as a kid was, at one stage I thought I would like to get married, and you know, kids usually go and have children. I married a doctor, and the doctor was married to medicine, and I very rarely saw him. And after about, 2 years, I said to him, sweetie, can we cut my half, your half, and let's go our own ways? And we're still friends to this day. It taught me about being independent, okay? I realized that people would always take away from you versus give to you. And it's one of the things that I have continued in my life is if someone comes and tries to manipulate me, they're no longer a friend. So it's one of those things. I'm very close to people that I like, and not very close to people I don't. And I think everybody should have that life way to look at it, because it makes a difference in who you are as an individual, but it also reflects on the people that you chat to and become friends with. I've been around a long time. I know most of the people, and it's been a good journey. You know, when you get to 66, 67, your family kind of goes away. So I've got my sister and her husband, her dog, and 2 cats. That's my family. So it's very small in comparison. My sister was an only child when she was, there was a 10-year difference between us. But that's life. I took my way this way. She used to shout at me about being silly and all of that, but that's a big sister. Yeah, but I think at the moment, I'm looking forward to another opportunity to go to the UK and see where I can go from there. Life and love. Don't jump into love too quickly, because it generally goes bad at the end. So look at the people that you want to be in love with, and look at them very closely, because they can sometimes be in a different frame to what you are. So it can be quite harsh and in ways in which you may not have thought about. Life in general, it's been an interesting one, and it's been a wonderful environment, because you were able to express yourself without anybody saying, oh, she doesn't know what she's doing, she's stupid or anything like that. And I think that has been the whole way through this environment, because We don't usually use horrible language at each other. We don't. It's the way we work together. Every now and then we might get a bit miffed, but that's the way women are. I hate to say it, but we do. We get miffed, and we have another conversation. But you have to like say, I don't like the way you're doing that. I like the way you're doing that, and you become friends by doing it, and that is the way it should be done. I've never really had difficulty in life. I've been fortunate. When you're a single person, you can be fortunate. You don't have a child, you don't have this. You can go out and do what you want. When I was younger, going out and having a glass of wine was a good idea. Not a good idea the next morning, which I learned the hard way. But you actually have to do those things when you're young. You can't do it when you're 66. When you have a headache at 66, you go, oh my Lord, what? When I say younger, I'm talking about probably 40. I'm 66, 67, so I've stopped drinking wine because you literally get a headache after a while when you're old. So yeah, and water. Quite frankly, I walk around with my water bottle and I drink water. What did I do when I was 40? I have absolutely no idea. I don't know. I actually can't think about it. It's a strange question to ask, but I would always look at the best side of everything, including people and including how we can do things together. So that would be my way of putting things out. If you like a glass of wine, do it, but do it in moderation. And that is the only thing if you're going to go out and get on a bender and you wake up the next day and you think, oh my God, why did I do that? When you're young, you can. When you're 66, hell, you finish the next day. I don't look like a 30-year-old. I don't consider myself in an age category. So I don't see myself as 20, 25, whatever. My sister and I think we got good genes. And maybe it's just luck of the draw. I hope I will continue to have that way, but we'll wait and see how it goes. I think with social media is the back end of the actual way to go. Modern technology, I don't even know if we have modern technology anymore. I really don't. I think it's become a way of life with what we do. So I would suggest that you look at the way you want to be and take on from there. Be wary of what you consider in the afterlife, because the afterlife can be quite meaningful. And it can also be it's not something that I would like to see, quite frankly, the afterworld. I think it's about who you are and how you portray yourself. Again, it's back to that to me. I like to be known as someone who is a good individual, who will help people and will do the right things with people. The characters of the good person. Someone who would help people if they needed it at the time. Someone who was in a bad situation with someone as well, who could actually be... I've had a friend who's been beaten up, and the actual output of that affected myself and all my friends, because people can be very harsh to people. I think in this environment, we work together. We try and work together. Yeah, every now and then we'll have a bit of a spatter with each other, but that's the whole way we should be doing work together, not on our own. And I think that is the way we should be looking going forward. It's a very interesting question, because I am probably going to be going to the UK in the next week to 2 weeks. My family have decided, with all the stuff with Trump and that coming into South Africa and causing all the rubbish that he's doing at this stage, and my sister said, you've got to get out of here. And she's now said, you get on a plane as soon as you can And that's what I'll now. Do I want to leave South Africa? Not really. I love it. Blue skies, beautiful environments. Go to the UK, look at the smog, look at all the rest of it. Do I want to go and do that? My sister said, you will come. I haven't seen you for a while. You will come to the UK. I didn't have a choice.